you.
I'm too screwed up.
I don't believe
I'm too screwed up.
No, that's their interpretation of it.
No, I need to stop drinking. I need to get my fucking head together.
I don't even drink. Like,
I feel sick because of drinking yesterday.
I drink so much. I can't even get drunk.
Okay, anyway.
Don't fucking insult my intelligence by telling me you're a drunk.
I'm not a drunk, but for me, I need to stop drinking. That doesn't give me any favours.
You don't even have to drink. You don't even drink enough to get you drunk. Like, I'm literally so drunk, I can't even get one.
Maybe
right.
Up full time drinking.
So I'm not lying. No, I'm so drunk, I can't even pronounce the words of...
That's what Gino was saying to me. What the fuck is up with facts? It's okay, I'll still back you publicly. I don't know, everything's fine, like...
What? Look, don't get it twisted, yeah? Like...
What was I supposed to say? Actually, he's arranged for someone that he vaguely knows to be murdered today. He told me to sleep in the fucking car last night. Exactly.
What the fuck?
So,
as you were saying.
So anyway,
No, you don't get to...
If you want to pause at any time, Bucks, just say pause. You know?
Yeah. I think Amanda wants to chime in. Not just yet. There's a bit where a name's mentioned, and Amanda will explain it when it comes to that point.
Right.
So sorry, Amanda would like to have a little moment now to come to the point.
Okay, let's go.
just to add a little bit of context, really, at the start, obviously, it doesn't explain, like, who had said leave off. So basically, in the very early stages of us being in a relationship, my husband came to the house unannounced with a key, and
with his fucking little
hang on, let himself in. Honey, we're like, basically he'd come to clear the house out of all the furniture, everything in it. We are in the house together. In bed. And the person that he brought as kind of backup, really, to kind of help him out, said to Fax a few times, basically, fuck off. Do you want to leave out? Do you want to leave out? And the point
I ain't going nowhere, motherfucker. I'm here for Amanda. How about that?
Anyway, the point at which, like, the point I make at the start of the video is that, like, all this guy said was leave off. Do you want to leave off? Do you want to leave off? And really, in the context of our argument, like, that guy wasn't stupid to have said that. Like, do you want to leave off? Like,
yeah.
Go a bit deeper. Try and explain that, if you can. What does that mean? I don't get it.
Does that help?
No.
I understand.
Of the last bit.
I understand where you're coming from. You know what I mean? But I do understand Fax's part.
Right.
So very early on, someone has obviously said to Fax, do you want to leave off? Like, do you want to leave Amanda to it today?
No.
Do you want to leave her ex-husband to come and clear the house out? And
definitely not.
Which is what he said at the time. Basically, definitely not. I'm going to stay with her. Thanks. I'm going to stay with her. Thank you again. I'm still going to stay with her. The point I was trying to make in the video, like when we were talking though, there and then, was that wasn't that ludicrous a suggestion for that guy to make. Do you want to leave off? Like, it's clearly a very early relationship. It's clearly very complicated. It's complex. That wasn't that bad a suggestion to have made. And to take such offence.
It makes sense. So what we're saying is, me and Amanda are day ones. We're in it 100% from day one. So when we met, nothing has changed to the day we argue like cat and dog. However, when it comes down to the crunch, I'm not going to leave my woman in that situation. It's never going to happen, ever.
I agree with you.
Well, thank you.
You won't let your woman, man. Go. Carry on, man.
No, I just thought that would help me understand it a bit more.
I just wanted to chime in for a little bit of backstory and read it out.
Yeah, I get that. I think everybody else does. So, yeah, it's cool. Right, so I'll carry on for you.
We'll mute up. If we unmute that with chime in on the music.
No, you're alright, Jimmy. You're alright.
Yeah, we won't talk, we'll just listen.
Yeah,
Come on then.
as you were saying. Your bullshit magazines right down there. But anyway, you were saying.
Your mum likes them actually. She read the magazine that I gave her cover to cover.
Of course, she's as dumb as you. But anyway, continue.
Oh, anyone that doesn't agree with you, John, is dumb. Dumb shit. Dumb people on their dumb shit. So I'm going to carry on doing dumb shit because I'm a dumb cunt. Learn from us. Well, no. Anyway, I don't need to explain anything.
No. Right.
Anyone.
You should be in a relationship with anyone.
But that's okay.
No, let's put the camera on you right now. You shouldn't be in a relationship with anyone. So why are you? I'm not going to be disrespectful. I really, you know. But and it's okay
What's okay?
that you jump the gun, or like maybe you should just give it a bit more time and close your fucking legs and not let the man that you before me. Sorry about that, people.
Did you say boss?
I was just going to say,
He actually cringed.
I was so drunk, you can hear my voice is slurring when I made, like, we was just a drunk couple arguing, let's get into context, and I'm really embarrassed about some of the things I said, so let's just let it run, please, let's carry on.
Cool.
Just had to get that one in there because Amanda's trying to like finesse it.
So I was trying to ask my husband, I had sex with 2 different men. Oh no! So in 13 years, I've had 4 sexual partners.
Smash your fucking head in now.
Oh, I predicted
Do you know how much I love Anne? Do you know how much I loved Anne? And I couldn't sleep with anyone for 5 years, you know. Years. I love that girl so much. There's no other girl. There's no other girl that could come in my radius that would be that girl. So I had to take time out. What are you saying?
Our relationship wasn't that. In the end, we weren't in love in the end. He wasn't in love with me and I wasn't in love with him. So there was no.
Do you know what? This is
you and Anne didn't work out, and you.
No. Shut the fuck up. Let's not make it about me and Anne. Let's make it about.
You always do. Amazing Annie.
No, let's make it.
Oh no, is it the same? You recycled the same name, so Amazing Annie, Amazing Anne.
Oh, to promiscuity or sexuality. So you were saying.
4 sexual partners in 14.
I'm going to pause it real quick. Say that again.
That's not correct.
That's not correct.
I'm caring, funny, I've got goals, I've got...
That have not been achieved.
I'm moving to my flat.
Sell out.
I'm moving to my own flat soon. That's what all of this is about. Because only I might have a chance to do something different, and you're shit scared I'm going to take that. So let's sabotage it now. No, that's not it.
You got it all the way twisted.
Well, okay.
I'm the one guy that's like, I want your children to come and visit you. I want all of that.
For me?
No, for the game. I love the game.
Okay.
I want a child to be with his mother. But you disrespected that set, right?
Yeah. So, no, I haven't.
Oh, okay, so, okay. Well, and you know what, it's cool. If that's your perception of it, it's cool.
That's where the famous
Well, yeah, that's facts, go. That's not a bad one, I'll give you that.
More easy with it on.
But I don't detract from the fact that you're a slut, you're a slag, you'll fuck anyone. And
Let me pause for a little minute.
You have a gun?
Yeah, Amanda, not a slut, you're not a slag. I was drunk, I shouldn't have said that. Now I'm hearing it back. I feel fucking embarrassed that I said that. Can we...
Can you slide out those two just to be clear?
Me? Right, so can we let it run, please?
Oh shit, I feel like a bit.
No, Robin, apologise, you fucks. You're alright. Right, carry on.
The 3 words I just used.
Did you see what I said?
Men to make you girls like that. So, the next
Yeah, mate, but the video's not unfortunately.
you got a woman and say this, that, and the third about them.
Can't play it
Just realise you've done that to them. Am I lying?
Oh, there you go.
It's not upload this video anyway.
No, I'm going to upload this video.
No, please don't. Start again then, because I'm giving person.
No, you don't get to choose.
It's not you choose.
That's what was my fucking phone. And you like to use all the
It's my
time.
fucking life.
Right.
It's my life. This is my life.
This is my life. So fuck you. What, your life's better than mine?
No, but you're quite happy to leave yours out online. I'm not.
Well, we're here now. All of a sudden, you ain't saying nothing.
What do you want to know?
Nothing.
I can't control
Because you're online and you don't want to say nothing.
I like to give I'll give moderate answers. Next question, please.
Right. My next question to you is... Oh shit. How do you claim to even like me when you've done what you've done? I'm being polite for the people that are listening. I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm just saying.
Commander wants to chime in right now, Ross, please.
Fuck. Like, don't fuck.
Can we pause up, Russ, please?
Yeah, pause it, mate.
Yeah, I just know what I'd think watching that video. You know what you've done. Just to be clear, like, I haven't done anything. I think facts would, like, what he means by done is caping for my ex-husband and caping for those people that came and removed the furniture.
Shit from your... It's stuck, sorry. You know my vocabulary's a bit loose.
I'd had a conversation that night on the phone that obviously in a one-bedroom flat, lots of people living in much smaller, in lockdown, confined together. There's no privacy. You can't have and listen, there's no secrets anyway. I don't sneak off into another room to have a conversation. But I spoke to my husband that night and he's like, well, I want this. So I got a pen and paper and was like, okay, I'll make a list. I'll make a list. And the whole kind of crux of this really was my new partner having to observe and overhear a conversation where I'm appeasing someone for the you know what you've done.
Yeah.
People will make their own inferences from it. Yeah, but I haven't done anything like cheating. I haven't done anything like...
Didn't do anything like...
Yeah.
It wasn't that.
Cool.
Yeah, run it, please, thank you.
Tesco. It's not a fucking Tesco. Literally check out a new one. You're fucking hell. Holy shit. I don't give a fuck about the comments. I don't give a fuck about the people.
Russ, sorry about this. Can I pause up again real quick just for me? Like, people have got to understand, like, 20 years I've been living in crack houses, on the streets, in and out of prison. I've met a beautiful woman. I'm trying to better my life. I really don't know how to interact with this. 7, man, stop it. Please. So anyway, I just wanted to say, that's a bit of a backstory that I'm not exactly the most functional person in the world, so don't everyone whine out over it. I'm just giving you a bit of a backstory. That's the way I talk sometimes. Like, I literally want to drag you out of here by your hair. I'm not going to do it. I'm just saying, if you was really living in my world where I come from, I would do it, because I'd have no other choice but to do it. But I'm not living in that world, so I would never do it. It's just, it's very difficult for me So anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
Okay, because of what you said, can I ask Amanda a question?
Of course you can.
Amanda, everything he said though, can you really get your head around that? Do you wonder, do you know where he's coming from? Do you think it's a little bit out of your world, or?
In the same respect that when I have a debate with somebody or a discussion, I don't go straight to that.
Yeah, no, I'm not having a go at him or nothing. I'm just wondering.
No, I'm not thinking you are, but listen, what I'm trying to say, I suppose, is my style of communicating is very different. What's to say that my style is the right way?
That's what I'm saying. You don't know where I come from. You don't know my life. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know that if someone fucking comes into my home and behaves like that, that's the reaction you get. You get literally smashed the fuck and dragged out by your hair. Man, I don't want to say that, but you know what I'm saying, yeah? And I can't help where I grew up. I can't help what I grew up around. I'm trying to change my life. I'm trying to be a better person. A man's just trying to help me. I'm really struggling with it. And there's no shame in this. I want everyone to listen to this and bring it into their relationships and say, do you know what? We can really talk about it like this and thresh it out without violence, without slamming doors, without smashing windows, without throwing cups. We can just talk it out like me and Amanda did. But anyway, so let's just keep going.
Please, may I just chirp in with one comment?
Well, you can chime in. I don't know, you're a little fucking fluffy bird hoof.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, chirping in.
Right, so that's the way you communicate facts, is that correct, when you have an argument?
Yes.
No.
Only when...
Communicate, right, because you've been brought up in...
No, that's... Well, alright, we'll say what you're saying.
Right, so if Amanda and yourself set up home, and Amanda's children are there...
We have, you fucking idiots.
And you
do this together and have done for a while.
And want to have this sort of discussion, do you think that is appropriate for a child to be able to hear?
No, Amanda's children lived at a fucking other end of the world, yeah? So, and it's really painful, and I've got to watch her go through that every fucking day, and it fucking hurts my heart that this man's done that to her, and I'm in the fucking middle of it, playing tug of war. So, what are you saying now, Huff?
Well said, Huff.
What do you mean, well said, Huff? Like... Are you fucking dizzy? Like, sorry, let me not overreact. We live in the real world where we come from, and we really thresh it out like cat and dog, or we argue, and Amanda's not used to that, and I get it, and I kind of overreacted. However, there has to be a level of respect. Like, if you're sharing my phone, if you're living in my home, you know what I mean?
I'm sorry, I'll respond to that at the end. I'll respond to that at the end.
Mike should disappear, mate. It's our home. Our team.
No. It's not our home until we make it a home. It's my home until it is our home now. No, let's just if we turn the camera on and you see how close and cuddly we are, you would not even think this like that. What we're playing now, the cameras. Right, but no, you're way off. So, what we're saying is... Alright.
Can I answer?
Yeah, go on.
It's about context, it's about situations. If my children...
I'm grabbing hold on right now.
Sorry.
Listen, if the kids are in the house, the conversation wouldn't have even got that far because you don't allow it to get that far. I wouldn't have had that sort of confrontation.
Around me.
I wouldn't have had that sort of confrontation. The children around. We were pushing the boundaries. You're seeing a video. I'm not drunk, but I'm sassy as fuck.
Right.
I know what to say.
Let me try this after you. Right.
So we're both as bad as each other because we have no children present. It's an adult conversation. Adult is.
Exactly.
You know, we obviously would have moderated it.
If there was children present, there wouldn't be, because the world I come from, I promise you, we would have been having that conversation in front of the children. I know that sounds odd, I know that's very unpalatable for some people listening in the comments, however, it's better to get it over and done with and like thrashed out, and your child sees that there's been no violence involved, there's been nothing smashed up, and you know what, like everyone goes to bed and wake up the next day, and someone goes to school and someone goes to work and someone goes and does what they get, you know, whatever, and then like, so I don't know what to say. I don't come from this fucking world that you're fucking trying to relate. Like, I don't get it.
Okay, well, and then I'll pop back on mute as well. Like, you talk about your world. Yeah, no, sound. But you've got to appreciate as well, man. You've got to put yourself in other people's shoes. But there are people that have come from a lot worse than you, and a lot, or even like a similar background to. You're not the only one who says some of the things. No, but I'm talking about you. When you talk about your reasons for behaving like you do, there's a lot of people that have lived a life that's worse, or lived a life that's similar, that might not display the same behaviours as what you do. That's just my point.
It's no self, you're correct, and I'm telling you, that's the world I come from, that, like, it's literally, you have to drag the woman out by her hair, and it's not personal. I'm sorry if that's unpalatable for some people, but that's not the world I'm living in today. I've moved myself away from that environment. I'm not that guy anymore. I didn't ever want to be that guy. It's just if I didn't do that, I promise you the floodgates would have been opened and I would have been bullied, fucking taken advantage of, just for not dragging a girl out by her hair. So you come in Newham, Croydon, Brixton, Lewisham, fucking Nunhead, Peckham, whatever you want.
You don't mean that literally. You don't mean grabbing a girl by the hair and dragging them out. You don't mean that literally, physically, do you?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Oh, man.
Different. No, listen. When I said it to Amanda, she's not from that world, and I'm not living in that world anymore, so I'm creating a new life for myself, and I want Amanda to share that with me, and I want us to go forward together, but I'm just letting Amanda know that's the world I come from. Please don't test me too tough. I'm not going to do it to you. I will remove myself from that situation and just leave out the house, my own blood clot house, you know, and I will just leave out for a dumb. The next day my door would literally be just bang, 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 tap, tap, tap. And I would just get bullied and terrorised and so on and so on.
Can I ask a question, please?
Of course you can, Jennifer. Shout out to my American sister that hates me right now.
Did your parents behave like that? Did your father abuse... Excuse me, did your parents behave like that? Did your father abuse your mother like you abuse her?
No.
Oh, so that's your world,
What
right?
do you mean how I abuse her? Whoa, Jennifer. Hold your horses.
Really? So you called her ugly? You told her you were going to beat her up?
No,
That's abuse, honey. That's abuse. That's mental abuse.
that's bullshit. Sorry.
No, I have to hear my rewind it. Nobody else wants to hear it. The end of it. All I wanted to know was, you said it was your world, but your parents didn't behave like that, and you grew up with your parents. So where did you
I left that world at 15 and I'm 46 years old, so I had 30 years of living in the streets, prison, crack houses, squats, and this, that, and every shithole in between. So how the fuck old I really fucking have at 15 years old, kicked out on the streets, no education, no da-da-da-da.
That was your choice, and you must be so proud of yourself.
No, actually, because I went back to school and I got my fucking GED, as you would know it, or my GCSEs, as the UK would know it. I went on to college, which was Woolwich College, and I went on to Greenwich. So there's all them bullshit exams I don't give a fuck about.
Fuck, you do know it's
wrong though when you speak that way, or do you not think it's wrong? What's your take on that? Do you think it's wrong?
I agree. No, you're correct. In my heart, I know it's wrong.
Okay.
Where I'm at now, I know it's wrong because I'm not living that life anymore. Amanda's never been involved in that life, so she knows nothing about that. And for me to do that and say that to Amanda was really wrong and hurtful and brilliant, kind of brilliant. So in my heart, it hurts. I am hurting, I'm not going to lie, it's hurt my heart. I can't undo what I've done. I can only just tell the truth and say that's where I'm from.
Yeah. What you're doing right now, you're doing that right now. I get that.
Right.
I apologise for cutting in, but can we get back to it? Because we're getting away from what was being said.
Yeah. Let's continue with the
Finish it off and we can have a discussion after maybe, or something, whatever we want to do.
That's cool. Right.
Cool. So, you were saying?
You seemed humble.
No. I'm not asking for that. I'm not asking for your
When you're done having a crazy argument.
and now I don't even know them wrong words.
Like you. So when I start,
I'm not trying to like people like me because it's distracting to you. But then when you really get caught up, like when you really live in it, you just like you don't want to live it because you're a fake. You're a and then something on. I really do. It's just, I wish you had the respect to love me.
I'm in your engine.
Yeah, look, it's not for me. Alright, so you're not right.
Ross, if anyone else wants to pause it and ask a question, we're happy to answer questions. If anyone wants to...
Well, to be honest, there's only another 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, alright, I'll mute up. Yeah.
And if anybody wants to go back to a point, I can find it. So
Thank you, Ross.
alright.
I can't even mute.
You're not right. So, I could be real sleazy and say, flip back on you and say, what are you not lying about? I'm saying to you, what reason have you got to lie? That's what you just said though, right? So it's one or the other. You're a liar or you're not. And look, I get it. I'm not being disrespectful. Your IQ is just like on the deck. And it's not disrespectful. Yeah, it's literally nothing.
I've read all the books in primary school, so they were shipping in secondary school books. I passed my 11 plus, went to a grammar school, achieved my GCSEs, went on to do a degree at uni where I got first. That's the highest degree you can get.
Right.
My next goal is to do a little bit of social work research and be published in this British Journal of Social Work.
Don't talk just for a minute. I presume you're really good at blowjobs. Like, I'm not being disrespectful.
Yeah,
how the fuck did you get that far in the academia system?
You suggest I gave blowjobs for Mark?
I am. Yeah.
From a largely female.
Well, maybe you can nick it too.
I'm not gay, by the way. I know that sounded a bit gay, but I'm definitely not sexy.
You don't strike me as a sort of person that can engage in a conversation about this, that, and the third. I get it. They gave you a book, you read it, and they said you've got to do an exam on it, and
No, it's based on assignments, on dissertations.
Yeah, no,
it's based on
stop it.
ability to
I'm boring you. Look, I've done it. I know what you're talking about. I've done all that. So I know the truth.
Did you get your side blowjobs or sucking women up?
No, all my, like, hey, look, let me just strip it up, like, let me just strip this on me quite quick right now, yeah? All my exams, the set of bracket rights, it just comes easy to people like us. Dissensions! 97%. Wallahi, if I'm like.
I got 97 in a law exam.
Whoa, how many?
97 out of 127.
I know. See, you dumb bitches, like, you can't even fucking... That's not the question I asked you. How many other exams did you get at 97%?
No, that was any exam.
I'm looking at box now.
Right, 1, 2. So, the one you just told us about, and other than that, you're a fucking failure. No. In academia, you're a failure. Because you got a look. Do you know what? Look, no, let's show the people. Like, if I flip that box, and people, you know that I don't lie, yeah? So, in that box over there, there's like, fucking MVQs, sitting fields, D-Tech nationals, all that stuff that they made me do that I didn't want to do, but do you know what?
In the shop.
Seriously? Like, are you honestly going to be keeping and saying that that's that bad? Like, I literally don't see how that's that bad.
I've got one question, only to honestly facts and Amanda. And the first one, right? Do you love Amanda?
Yes.
And does Amanda love you?
Yes.
No, I mean, both. Do you really mean that? Do you know what it means? I mean, do you both love each other? Really, really, really?
Yes.
Well, then you've got to change. You've got to change. Simple as that. You have to change.
No, you don't have to change shit. This is really fucking real out here.
I'm going to tell you something really, really real, right? You called your mum dumb, and you called her a dumb cunt because they read a magazine.
It's just an expression of, like, we're really real out here, that's what I'm trying to say. Before getting over and dumb.
You're really real.
Yes, I don't read magazines.
You called your mother dumb, and you called who's sitting next to you a dumb cunt because they read a magazine.
Can I just say one thing really quickly? Thank you for splitting me, the only man I've ever loved in my life, my youngest brother, that will never fucking talk to me again because of you. So thank you very fucking much for that.
You're welcome.
Good looking on that. Anyway, let's leave it be.
Maybe you should send the video. Maybe you should send his brother the video. Maybe his brother would like it.
His brother knows exactly what he's like.
Seriously, you fat American cunt! Are you really gonna take for this fucking paedophile hoof like that, who puts pictures of 3-year-old children in the back chat with penises around their face?
I was the fat American cunt that you called at 5 a.m. this morning begging me to talk to you.
You're my American sister, but you're not. Alright, you're not fat or American cunt. I'll retract that.
Facts. Drop dead.
You were also belittling.
Fuck yourself, Jennifer.
You was also.
No one else is gonna, you fat American cunt.
You were belittling Amanda's degree.
Wow.
Which she obviously works fucking very hard for, and you was comparing it to your MVQ, which stands for not very qualified.
Yeah, not very
qualified. But no. You don't get MVQs at Greenwich Polytechnic. Let's be real.
MVQ is not very qualified. That's exactly what it means.
I agree. But Greenwich Polytechnic does not hand out MVQs. They hand out Polytechnic
And universities don't hand out fucking degrees willy-nilly.
Oh, you're telling me you can't get a degree of a blowjob? Fuck's sake.
Honestly, facts. The fact you love
I'm poking fun, but have you never had an argument where you would literally say anything? Never mind if it's correct, never mind if it's accurate, you'll literally say anything.
Yeah.
Can I just ask facts? Sorry, man, let me just... So going back a few minutes through the... You're right, Ben. Just going back a few minutes through the video, and you said that you wanted to have respect back, that there had to be respect back. So,
Yes.
How do you feel then that you have been disrespected by...
All right. Let's put this. Look, I don't want to put this all on Amanda, but let's put this in another person's situation. Yeah, I've got no friends. I've only got criminal people that I can phone for favours, and I don't want to phone them because I don't want any favours. So I've literally got no one in my life. So now I meet Amanda, and like, what, like, how do, like, I'm confused. Like, what, like,
Yeah, but how has she disrespected you, mate?
Right, okay. Right, by bringing all her life into, not Amanda, but like, hypothetically speaking, say I met a girl and she was married and she had children, and then I've got every day, listen to this, day in, day out, but like whatever, and then we're like, because she's lost her phone or whatever, I'm letting her use my spare phone, but it's like not up to date, so it's really coming all through my phone. So I'm getting all messages, I'm seeing them all, and I'm like, well, hang on a sec. My life doesn't interfere with your life, but your life seems to be interfering with our future.
Sorry, Danny, hold on.
You utter selfish cunt.
Do you love her?
Fuck you, Seven, you dwarf. Go get your triple R.
Can I just sort of go back to the point?
Sorry, Stealth.
So you lent your partner your phone because her phone wasn't working?
No. We shared the phone, so on Facebook, like when she got a message, it would ping up, and then all
were they dodgy messages? Was he asking her for this and that, like, you know, sexual, get back together and
and I'm not that guy. I'm not going to read messages that are not for me. But like, I was like, do you know what? I fucking kind of had enough of this, and I was like, I just pinged my message. And that's hard enough. So I don't even know how to interact with one person, let alone her immediate family, like her mum and dad and her brothers and sisters, let alone her. I don't even know what that's fucking called. Do you see how fucking lost I am? That I don't even know what.
Yeah. You know what?
Right, do you see what I'm saying? So I'm lost, my friend.
Facts. It sounds like you fell in love and it scared the shit out of you. That's what it sounds like.
You're right.
That's what it sounds like. You fell in love and it scared the fucking shit out of you.
Also, I have to say that all over a microwave, you'd buy him fucking 10 microwaves. Why didn't you buy Amanda? Why didn't you buy Amanda a phone?
Because I gave her a phone and she can use I can't, we didn't have, I can go to Luton, and because what we was doing in Luton, people won't, because I eat pork, they won't put what they wanted to put in the microwave, which wasn't edible food, if you get what I'm saying. So every day that they come around my house, they buy a microwave. So I literally had probably over 20 or 30 microwaves just stacked in the garden, but...
Shut up, you fucking, what are you talking about?
Well, I ain't lying, Seven. Well, I ain't never lied on the internet yet.
Oh, really? You've never lied on the internet?
Oh, no.
That's a fucking lie.
Oh, I lied once. I lied once saying hoof was a grass. No, I'm gonna tell the truth. I lied once and said hoof was a grass, but I only repeated what someone else said. I'm not gonna call the person out. That's one lie I told. I told one on Jedi's panel. And that's about it.
I think.
Can we, just so I can put some closure on this one, can we just agree then that, like, in the thing that you were talking to me about the phone, about her kids, about her phone running out, can we just agree that she didn't like disrespect you by staying in contact with her family? Because that is what it is. Whether she's divorced or not, it's still her family.
No, Self. Let me explain it to you, Self. It wasn't the immediate, like, I don't know what you call it. It wasn't the husband and the children. It was all these other men. Because Amanda's really beautiful and she's a pretty woman. She gets a lot of income in, kind of the same way as I do. But I lock it off and I don't. And I get it. She's not. But like it's on my phone, so I don't want to see it every 10 fucking seconds. And I get it's not Amanda's fault.
It's natural, man. It's natural. Don't kick up about it.
It still jars me, it vexes me, and I get angry, and then I sort of kind of take it out of Amanda. And it's like,
angry. Just really.
Man up, you cunt. Take some responsibility. You fucking wet lettuce.
Is she a pretty girl?
yes.
Right, so would you rather people came up to you?
Would you rather people? You fucking piece of shit.
Right, so when you say she's got a lot of incoming, what do you mean she's got on your phone? Or because I'm confused now, because you're saying she's using your phone.
I've got a really powerful phone, yeah. So like I can have like 4 Facebook accounts, 3 Google Hangouts, 2 YouTube channels, whatever. So like a messenger will ping up and it'll be for Amanda. I don't know what she.
Don't you dare!
Her past life or whatnot, it's none of my business, and I'm not judging her for that. She's with me, so none of that shit matters.
Alright, so do you see that you are? Because if she gets a message from like a bloke going, "Hi Amanda, I hope you're doing well, love," right? And you see it, is that what you're saying? Is it that sort of thing? Are you saying that you're seeing messages from other guys? Let's get to the bottom of this. Right, okay. So,
sorry, Stuff, I thought you finished.
Amanda wants to chime in real soon.
You go for it, Hoof, mate. I've
got a message from the YouTube chat, and it's from Skips, and it says, Amanda, run away now. What's live? Ask Amanda if she needs a house until she's done with court. She can have mine in London if needed. I'll pay whatever she needs. Ask her, please.
Yeah, but Amanda's not for sale. How about that?
Dave's not saying...
Amanda, real recognises real. Skid, you're a dickhead.
That's a really kind offer, and listen, there will be people out there right now that are experiencing domestic violence. What we're experiencing is a couple that are having an argument. I'm not here because I haven't got a home. I'm not here because I need to
Don't get
do that.
got places to go.
Wait, so you're staying there of your own volition. You're being abused, and it's your choice?
How is Amanda being abused?
I'm not talking to you. Because you know what? I'm going to say something. This is not the first time we've had a hang like this. With you guys and abuse. This is like the 3rd or 4th freaking time that we have done something like this and tried to intervene. And you just keep bowing. You shut your mouth. I wish you was in front of me because I really would kick your fucking horse teeth.
Jen? No. Sorry, how are you less abusive in this scenario? How are you less abusive than Sam?
Really? Because, like you're gonna do it? No, you're gonna bow down and beat him off. You're not gonna beat him up.
I was responding to the chat that's just come up to Skips. You just interrupted me on a point that I'm making, which really could have waited if you had this conversation with me 3 times. I mean, this is the 2nd time I'm hearing
Mama didn't raise no fool.
So, for people that are fleeing domestic violence, we're in the middle of a lockdown. People are killing their kids. I don't know if you know, LBC was talking on a mother that's killed her 10-year-old disabled child because she's stuck in lockdown with no support. That's not my situation, thankfully, but there are other people that are in that situation.
So, you've got to put that into perspective.
I recognise that other people have had their own experiences. People that are listening to this have got their own things to bring, their own perception, and I'm not going to undermine that. For people that have experienced conflict or domestic abuse or domestic violence, I'm not downplaying that, but I'm saying that I don't feel that way.
This ain't it.
You know, you hear me in the video. Come on now, Jen. Do you not think I give as good as I get? I told facts straight. Did you suck your blowjob. I'm not there as I'm not there as a passive victim. I wasn't dragged out of the house that night. I wasn't physically abused that night.
You're mistaking mental abuse with physical abuse. Because he called stupid and he called you a slag and he called you a cunt and you just laughed it off like, ha ha That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
I know what I stand for. I know I'm not a slag, I'm not a slut, I'm not a dumb cunt. I'm a lot of things, but they're not them. And Fax is a lot of things, but he's not
a wacky
an abuser.
bully.
Really? Yes, he is.
I'm not. No, I'm not, Jennifer.
But that's okay.
I'm so much of a bully. I met someone and let them share my life with me, fell in love with them, I want to make a future with them.
You're not even trying, Max. You're not even trying. You say you want to change, but in the next breath, you call somebody a fucking asshole and a fat slag and a stupid whore and a dumb cunt. You're not even trying.
Liar, liar.
Evening all.
There's only one photograph.
Do you think my
and you
square
can
mate
just shut
James would
your
lie?
mouth.
Do you
Yeah,
think
you
my
just
square
lied.
mate James would lie?
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't. He's a square mate. He don't lie. He's got all the
Oh, he
photos.
doesn't
Anyway,
lie?
it don't matter.
That's right. He
Come
stuck
on.
his dick in your face, right? He doesn't lie. He stuck his dick in your face,
in my
though.
fucking face.
Yes,
No
he
one's ever
did.
stuck a dick in my face.
Yes, he did.
No one's
Bullshit.
ever violated me like
Bullshit.
that.
Bullshit. You told everybody about it, Max.
Right. I said I had a rash on my balls. I shielded my penis with my right hand, rolled my testicles out with my left, and showed the little bit that was infected, like that was a rash. And my friend said, "Oh, you might." And there's, you know what I mean? Like, said,
violate you with his
give it a
cock.
few days.
He did violate
No,
you. That's why you've got wonky teeth.
No, like, you can all make a joke out of it, but you know the truth. I'm the real motherfucker. If anyone violated me like that, you know what's going to happen to them. They're not going to live to tell the tale.
Okay. Let's get
Let's not go off topic.
Hold on, facts. We're going off topic. Amanda, can I ask you a question, look, please?
Yeah, of course.
Right, someone in the side chat who read it out said, look, if you're struggling, there's property there, blah, blah, blah. And you turned around and said, no, basically, you're all right where you are. Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, are you still looking for a flat? And if so, why are you?
No.
She's already got one.
The plan was always for Fax and I to have our own separate space. I've viewed a flat, I've accepted a flat. I should be ready to move in about 2 weeks. But it will change the dynamics. This is what couples argue on. The dynamics that become your norm, your routine. As soon as you change up that routine, there is a sense that you are
Gonna get acky about it.
no going to lose that connection or lose that whatever's made it. You know,
We've been so close for so long.
we don't live in the same.
You're not trying.
Jen.
Alright, Jen, you are correct. Alright.
Don't kiss my ass. Don't talk shit. Do something about it. Don't talk about it. Do it.
Well, that's why I phoned you this morning, Jennifer, to ask
That's
for
right.
advice, sister.
I'm not giving you any more advice. This is the last time I'm ever going to talk to you because you are reprehensible. Oh, fuck hell.
Bullshit, Jennifer. This is an argument between...
Don't ever call me again. I'm not your sister. I'm not your friend. I don't want to know you.
Cool. So, right. Jennifer, let's put it into perspective. You tie men up on your bed and you got your kinky thing going on. So how are me and Amanda having a fucking argument about our future? How the fuck are we worse than you?
First of all, you don't know anything about me, Fax. And you're comparing us to
photographs that you sent me.
Really?
Remember that?
How many photographs did I send you?
4.
Liar. There's There's only one photograph of us who just shut your mouth.
He's a square mate, James is like.
Yeah?
No, he wouldn't. He's a square mate. He don't lie. He's got all the
He
photos.
doesn't lie.
It don't matter.
That's why he stuck his dick in your face, right? He doesn't lie. He stuck his dick in your face.
My fucking face.
Yes, he did.
Stuck a dick in my face.
Yes, he did.
Bullshit. Violated me.
Bullshit. You told everybody about it. Facts.
I said I had a rash on my balls. I shielded my face with my right. Yes, with all my heart.
Yes.
I can't answer that.
Why fuck about getting these separate flats or whatever? Just go and get a house together and stop pissing about, mums. Life's short. Stop fucking about and go
but no, we don't want us to make the same mistakes of other people.
I don't come as a single person in my own right. A single person wants to set up home together. I'm not a single person. I've got children. Okay,
It's not that simple.
I've got to think about what's best for them. When they want to come and visit, they're going to want their own bedroom, their own space, their own spot. If I'm going to maintain as good a relationship as I have with my children, and trust me, just because they're distant from me doesn't mean that I'm less of a mother. In fact, I'm more of a mother. They are where they are better off right now. Okay, that's nothing to do with facts. It's my situation.
Yeah, so it's a big
So I will have.
house, whatever.
You do this a lot, Fax. Amanda's trying to talk, and you try and talk over and try and talk for her. She's very accomplished at speaking.
Yeah, but we do this a lot, though.
We can chime in and finish each other's sentences because we're so close. We literally. I don't even know how to say it.
And listen, I'm capable of shushing him when he's interrupting a point I'm making. Yeah, my priority is not me. It's not facts. It's my children. And that's the way it should be. I've got to secure what I need for them first, and then.
Do you accept what she's just said? Sorry, I just spoke completely over you, Amanda. Sorry, carry on now.
No.
Right, myself, I totally accept that. I wouldn't come, like you heard the video, you've all just heard it. I said I want a mother to be with her children. And this is what this is really all about. So, and that's not me, like, I'm saying, like logistically, some things have got to be worked out, but I want every woman to be with their child. Like, I don't, and the father to still be in their life. I don't want to be that guy that's be argumentative and awkward and be.
Do you see though how I can see this pretty clearly, right? It's your problem is jealousy, and you've got the early phase of a relationship is always feisty, mate, and I get that because you're just learning to figure each other out and shit, like, but jealousy, man, is a real demon, do you know what I mean? And that's the first thing in a relationship that you need to fucking deal with. Everyone goes through it. I'm not making excuses for the way you react to jealousy at all.
No, I was rude and inappropriate and my language was atrocious and I own that.
Do you agree it's jealousy? Do you think that's maybe where your problem lies here? Like you talk about the phone and the texts and the things that and she's smart, and I know that can be quite interesting.
Yeah, she's clued up. She's clued up. So I'm so used to being on my own, it's just easier for me to, like, before someone leaves me and I have to cry about it and, like, go back to drugs to console myself because I couldn't cut it or someone's, you know what I mean, like, because I couldn't do what you lot do. That's how I deal with it. I'll go and stick needles in my arm, and I'm not proud of that, and I haven't done that for 3 years, almost 3 years. So Russell and Seven know that. Come on, Russell, you know I'm not lying. So maybe, I don't know. Like, it's just easier for me to push people away when I think, they're getting their own flat. Well, you're probably going to get that, and you're never going to come back. So it's just easier for me to just be horrible to this person and make them go.
Can I just say something to Amanda? There's somebody else who's a very good point from the chat, and it says, all she ever says is facts is right.
No.
in this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like we have so many conversations. I promise you, Amanda.
No, but Amanda, please listen. You have been living in a house with children. You know how to run a house, I take it, right?
Absolutely.
You know what is involved in getting a property, maintaining a decent life, and yet you keep saying facts is right. Facts is right. And this isn't putting facts down.
About what? About what? What am I right about?
Everything that you've said tonight, Amanda said facts is right.
No, be more specific, please.
Everything.
No, you can't. That's bullshit. Amanda, you listen to rerun the tape again. Then Amanda was like telling me, no, that's not that, and this, and come on, will we listen to the same thing?
It's being made for your behaviour.
Yeah, in fact, you haven't let Amanda answer one whole question once. You've interrupted, you've talked over it. It's like you're putting words in her mouth. So from now on...
Alright, well, I ain't going to say nothing. You can talk to Amanda all you want. Right.
Yeah, I'm only saying.
It's difficult because we're on the same device, we're not on separate devices, so...
And we're on the same kind of level. Oh, sorry, I'm not going to chime in.
Yeah.
Go on, you talk to them, please.
I was going to add, it's complicated. Dating is complicated in your 30s, 40s. Dating is made more complicated if you've got dependents and children, if you've got ex-partners that are around you for whatever reason. This is all new to me. The last time I dated clearly was 14, 15 years ago. I'm a young girl in my early 20s. What do I know about the dating of nowadays? Anyway, online dating is weird. I don't get half these. It's not easy.
Yeah.
For anyone. I'm not saying for me, for anyone.
Yeah.
But when children are involved, sacrifices need to be made.
No, there's no fucking children involved. Me and Amanda live together. The children are with the father, so that's all got to be worked out yet. So I don't know why you keep fucking bringing this up.
Because in 2 weeks' time, apparently, Amanda's getting her own flat, and hopefully her children will be staying there.
Right, and I live in my own flat, so what the fuck has that got to do with me, you dickhead?
No, that's okay. That's good. Stay away from the children facts.
No, 1 second, Amanda. Can I just ask you a question? Why do you keep saying I'm not allowed around my nieces when I see my fucking nieces every other fucking week? On my own.
When was the last time you took them out for a day out of the zoo?
We're locked out.
We do other things. They can't to other places. They get clued up around places that you will fucking never be allowed to fucking
around the local smack house. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're a pussy. No. It don't matter. We just go to all different places: east, south, Luton, Birmingham. We go everywhere. It's beautiful.
It really doesn't matter what sort of man I'm with. Any sort of man that I'm with, he could be the best of the best or the worst of the worst. That's separate from my children. So I'm not about to say, hey kids, come and stay with your mother. Oh, by the way, this is my
medical boyfriend.
Man, do you have a daughter or a son? If you really don't mind, do not answer.
Don't ask them questions, man.
Alright, let's not go there. Yeah, let's not do that one then. No, it doesn't, right? So let's just say anyone of this
family, self-family.
Right, no, I apologise.
I trust you. If you phoned me and Amanda on a private call, we would tell you everything. I trust you.
I know, you're right.
But all these people,
let's
use it and
let me finish asking just then. How would you feel if your son or daughter was in a relationship similar to where you're finding yourself now, Amanda, within the way that you argue, things like that? Would you worry about your own children to be in that sort of relationship?
Good question, Steph.
any mother worries about her daughter, whatever she's doing, whoever she's dating.
Or son.
Or son. I don't have a say on my daughter's partner.
Well, you ain't got that daughter, you've got 3 sons, so...
See, they're facts. We just determined not to mention the main facts.
Yeah, it's all the double bluff, you fucking idiot.
You are loose. Ruth, smash his fucking head in, right? I'm going to ask you.
Well, you know where it is, Hope? It's 240 votes a road.
Facts.
Facts. Stop giving addresses out, man.
Why don't you talk to your brother?
Listen, I ain't into all your internet pussy shit. I'm a different kind of cup of tea guy. Come at my house with the right energy, you can stay forever and a day. Turn up with the wrong energy, I don't know what's going to happen. You
Red Bull, okay, or...
I don't know what to say, man. Just turn up with the right energy. That's all I'm asking. Is that too much to fucking ask?
Why don't you talk to your brother no more? Because he cared for you.
Because of you, Hoof. Because you fucked it up. Because you phoned my brother and told him a load of bullshit. And then my brother phoned me and who's this fucking idiot? And then we found out your name, found out where you lived. And he won't... Anyway, it doesn't matter. You just know that the only man I ever loved, I can't fucking talk to anymore because of you. So thank you, Hoof. So thank you very much for that.
I don't even heard that.
I'm 46 years old, yeah, and it took me to about 44 to love my youngest brother, yeah, and I love him so much, and Hoof is fucking... Hoof, man, that's
This is what happened. This is what happened.
Fuck you back, man, that was really...
Tell us what happened, man. Tell us what the crap.
Stop fucking lying, Hoof. Stop fucking lying, Hoof.
Is that what you should have said, does he?
Go on, then. Tell me whatever you want.
No, hang on. It might be a truth here, facts. Let's get this, right? This is whose version. So let's hear whose version.
Alright, do you want me to fucking phone my brother?
No, I just want to hear whose version, not yours.
Max was bouncing off, so I said to him, you carry on, I'll get you to suck your brother off. He responded by saying, I will get my brother to come and pick me up, we'll pick up a couple of brothers on the way, we'll roll up on your door,
and I said a couple of plus one.
I will hold a gun to your son's head and get him to rape his mum. Right?
Correct.
That was recorded. It was played to his brother.
Hang on. That's after you said you was going to make me suck my brother's dick.
I'm not saying that.
Shots fired. So
Let me just ask a question here. Who? Were you taking a piss in, or did you actually say that?
Yeah, I said that.
he fucking said it.
Wow, Booth, man. What? Would you put the smiley face at the end, or what? Fucking hell, man.
That's the only man I've ever loved in my life, you know. But Hoof knew this. Hoof is this kind of guy, and he finds it funny that he's put a wedge between 2 brothers. But guess what, Hoof?
Really?
When we actually fucking start talking again, fucking run, you cunts.
Johnny, I won't run from no one. And be careful who you mouth off to. Because there's people that are a lot fucking darker than you.
It was your behavior that created the rift between you and your brother. Your behavior. Nobody else's. Yours.
So I contacted his brother out of concern for facts, because he was going off the rails, and I said, right, you need to listen to this, because if you want to come to my door, please fucking come. And he said, I don't want no trouble with you, please.
Fucking funny, man.
And I got his phone number off of a fucking birthday cake. Facts, you're muted.
Can't hear you, man.
Leave it for a minute because we can dub over it.
Hello, Fibula. Fucking my cheeks are sore. My cheeks are sore, man. What the fuck?
Let's see how long this one goes on for. Hold up. Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. Facts, you're on mute.
Can't hear you on mute. Come on, mute up.
You're on mute.
Well, I can't fucking unmute.
He's off mute,
Just did.
No, you're back on. Mute yourself again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hear you.
Right. Okay. Stealth. Have you got any brothers and sisters? Do you love them? Right. And you know what I'm talking about?
No, I
Like, you know.
hate them.
Right, correct.
Okay.
The same ones I fucking hated
No,
my family.
I'm joking. I might or I might not.
I wish I wasn't. I hate my family, and my youngest brother was the only person I could love in this world. And thanks to her, we don't fucking talk anymore. We haven't. Oh, fuck you lot, man.
Oh, facts, man.
Game over.
Well, that is